Hello, it's Kanisha again from Kanisha.com, and it is Q&A Friday. This week, our question comes from a current college student. His name is Matthew, and he's got a great question. He says, "Hi Kanisha, my name is Matthew, and I am currently a rising junior at the University of California, San Diego. I am a political science major, and my ultimate goal is to get into a top MBA program. More specifically, the Harvard 2+2 program that you attended. I currently have around 5.5 years of part-time work experience as a legal assistant and also a property manager. But my dream is to break into the business world. If you could give me any tips on what I can do to become the most competitive applicant I can be, then I would be greatly appreciative. Thank you." I got all kinds of tips for you, Matthew. In fact, I have 10. First of all, Matthew, your GPA matters. A really great GPA for business school, for a top business school like Harvard Business School, would be about a 3.6 and above. It's okay if you don't get a 3.6, but that's what we're aiming for. I recommend for sure that you take microeconomics, statistics, calculus, and then if these classes are available, you should also take accounting and finance. You should also study for and take the GMAT or the GRE. You also want to make sure that you leave college with a great relationship with at least one professor and one administrator at your university. The reason why is because one of these people might make for a great recommendation for you, and also just it would be nice to have a mentorship relationship. You also want to make sure that you are doing internships while you're in college. Business schools also want to see that you can work well in teams. Use the opportunity of being in college and surrounded by other students to involve yourself in activities where you can work in teams. You don't have to be the leader of the team, although you might want a story or two where you are the leader of a team. But even just working in teams in your extracurricular activities, whether they are sports or some sort of film club or volunteer club, whatever it is. I don't know why I said such random things for stuff you do in school, why I couldn't remember much. But you really want to be able to demonstrate teamwork. You also want to show that you have a commitment to giving back, whether that is giving back to the local community that your school is located in, giving back to disadvantaged communities in a whole nother city where you spent your internship. You don't have to go and start a whole nonprofit or something like that, but you do want to demonstrate an interest in and a commitment to giving back. You also want to know yourself well. The process of applying to business school requires a lot of introspection and a lot of reflection. Writing those essays is not an easy thing. So the better that you know yourself, the better you'll be able to write intelligently about your strengths, your weaknesses, your career vision. And if you can spend some time I would actually very specifically say, if you can spend some time in China, India, or Brazil, those are my 3 top countries that I think are hot right now for a business school, and being able to say you have an experience in one of those countries, you should definitely do that. I think we're on our last tip. My last tip is take the job search very seriously. In particular for business school, where you worked, not necessarily that you had to have the most fancy brand names, but that does help. It's more about, did you have a role where you were able to contribute, do meaningful work, have a real relationship with your supervisor, and work on a team to produce measurable results. Does not matter what anyone else is doing. You be on your job search hustle. So those are my top 10 tips for current college students who know that they want to go to business school. So lots of tips for you, Matthew. Thank you so much for your question. I think it's going to help a lot of people. Until next week, Q&A Fridays with Kanisha. Want to work with me on your MBA applications? Come to Kanisha.com for more info.